Grand Rising. I'm Naima Latif, joining you once again on this Wednesday morning for the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. As always, we've got people that you need to know. Now, most people are involved in some kind of way with enhancement of themselves, their physical beauty, their hair, their face, their nails, all of these things. But this is a business, and it's a thriving business. The question is, are we benefiting from this business? Well, we're going to introduce you to a powerful couple. Dana and Terrence Mack have taken the beauty industry and created a network of those who are supplying products and services. And as part of the Chatham Business Association, they are reaching out and enhancing their family business and other families' businesses by providing a service that we all use. How does one go about making sure that they are enhancing the business community in which they live? They're providing opportunities for growth for other businesses, and they're teaching a multiplicity of subjects and things that enhance our lives. Learning the health of our hair and skin and how certain products affect us, even chemically. We need to know these things, but we need to profit from the money that we spend to maintain our beauty. And we're going to show you how that's done, and you might decide to be a part of that network. We'll be right back as we prepare to introduce you to someone you should know that is helping to demonstrate how a family can create a business that enhances the community. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution.
Yes, this is the Female Solution, and we've got a solution for you. We want to make sure that you have options when it comes to creating that which can enhance your life. So let me introduce you to a wonderful power couple, Dana and Terrence Mack. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Female Solution Global Radio TV show.
Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Great rising.
Yes. Well, one of the reasons why I wanted to introduce you to our audience is because we spend a lot of money in the beauty industry.
Absolutely.
And often people who come to our communities are not from our communities. They are not putting money back into our communities. And we need to be spending money in a way that enriches us and also enriches all the people who are connected with that industry who put back into our community. So first, let me ask you how you got involved in this industry in the first place.
Well, I'm going to let her talk about that because that goes back to her mother and her father. So I'm going to let her take you from the beginning.
My mother and father started out on 79th and Cottage Grove. I think I was maybe 11 or 12 years old, and both of them worked at the post office. And then they decided, you know what I'm saying, that wasn't for them, and they wanted to own their own business. They wanted to be in control of their own lives. So they decided to open a business. And that's how we set our journey out on on owning a business. And now we've been in business now for over 40, maybe like over 40, over 43 or 43 or 44 years now.
Oh, well, that's quite positive. That's quite powerful. So one of
No,
the reasons for your
so
success is that
second,
you have a foundation.
Yes.
second
We're
generation.
second generation. It's
Second
me and my
generation.
sister.
Yeah.
My brother passed away several years ago, so it just left me and my sister, Nidra Williams. She's the owner of 9011 Ashland, and we're the owners of 8158 Cottage Grove.
Well, that is a way that families can ensure that the siblings all participate. I've seen a lot of times where families create businesses and they don't go to the second generation. Did you all grow up working in the business? Is that how you got acclimated to it?
Absolutely, absolutely. I've been in the business, like I say, side by side with my father ever since I've been 11 years old. I've been waiting on people saying, "May I help you?" So yeah, that was the thing. We were all hands on. We were raised up in business. Yeah.
So
And
when you got married, of course, your husband, your partner, and everything,
Right on in.
did right on
yeah,
it.
yeah. So the two sisters have found husbands that are a lot like their father,
Absolutely.
Smart.
and I didn't know that until I studied him a little deeper, and then I recognized and realized that they went and found somebody that has the same qualities or some of the same qualities as their father. We work cohesively. We believe in family. So it's a family. She said that there are two locations. The way we look at this is Solo is one body, one mind, one soul. We work together on everything that we need to work together on. And we have a show, because you mentioned the show, over on WVON. And through that show, we have established a system where we bring in people together who are like-minded from different businesses that are needed in the Black community. And no matter what form that takes, preferably we can make businesses profitable that have brick and mortar in our communities. But even if not there, on the internet, we need these businesses present in our community to have a thriving community. So my sister-in-law, Nidra, who hosts the show, and me and my wife, we set out to establish a circuit board, so to speak, so that we can be conduits through which economics, first of all, love, economics, and everything else that needs to be present when in establishing a healthy, thriving community. We try to educate the youth on products, not only the youth, people in general, on products.
Natural products also.
Yes. Make them aware of, so they have a better choices. They'd be able to make better choices, because with education, that empowers you to make good choices. These products are, you got a predominantly woman's show right here. Women use a lot of these products, and women are having a lot of women problems, and a lot of this stuff could be linked to those products. Bad choices that they make when it comes to putting this stuff in their hair and things of that nature.
So you give them some options on a lot of natural products. So both stores carry a lot of natural based products, that we normally did not have access to. So it's always the soft sheens and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
now we have some dynamic women making some very good natural hair products that's good for our hair.
Yeah, and I was very impressed with your guests on your show that comes on WVON Tuesday evenings from 9 to midnight, 9 p.m. to midnight. But I think that we have not been as conscious about how things affect our hair and skin chemically.
Yeah.
And so, as you pointed out, there are a lot of problems that women are having, baldness,
Yes.
allergic reactions. And listening to one of your guests, it occurred to me that when we connect the chemistry that we're teaching in our schools with the chemistry that is affecting our bodies, it'll have a lot more relevance. It will have a lot more impact in terms of our knowledge and understanding about how our bodies work. We'll be more health conscious. So I can even see a holistic approach to this, especially when it comes to organic products. So many things that are affecting us have to do with the chemicals that we have allowed to seep into our skin, our pores, our hair.
Absolutely.
And cancers and things like that are developing. And usually it takes generations of study before we make the connection as to what we were using that was harmful and a malfunction in our body that evolved.
Yes.
So in terms of the various associates that you have that supply your products, is there some kind of way they apply, like somebody, because I know people who make products. How do people, I guess, apply to be one of your suppliers or become one of your suppliers? Do they have to fill out a form? Do they have to meet some kind of standard? How do you choose?
Well, first of all, we want to know their background. We want to know the research that was done to create the product. We want to know what chemist created this, what licensed chemist created this product. What's the ingredients? And this stuff have to be verified. This ain't just you can't just appear and tell us some stuff and we're gonna go for it. No, it's more secure than that. You just can't just come appear and just tell us some stuff. We're gonna verify it. We have some chemists in our community, and that's evident from our show. And we're going to verify it. And if we verify it and we believe that this product is what the person says it is, then we would consider giving it shelf space. Now, our shelf space is limited, but we have unlimited space on our shelves over the internet. So either way, we can get your product out there. And Solo is a growing brand. You may find us in wherever you find marketing things that could be marketed. You're gonna eventually see Solo there. We are not playing around. This is an idea that was given birth by her parents, and we've nurtured it, and we have made it a part of our lives. And everyone that comes and that helps out with ideas and that wants to see Solo grow into what it can actually be for our community, we call them members of the Solo family. We embrace it. This is not just ours. This is for our people.
Well, that is fantastic. And of course, our people are all over the world, and we need products everywhere. We're going to talk about expansion in terms of other ways that we go about supplying people in the community, even people outside the community, with various ways that people can order from your website and things like that, and how we connect and enhance other related businesses so that we all form a very powerful network. We'll be right back. We're going to greet our global family watching us from all around the world, and we'll be right back. You are watching the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. I'm Naima Latif, and we've got fabulous guests today from the Solo Beauty Supply Company, and they'll be right back to tell you more about how you can get involved. We'll be right back, so stay with us.
We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. We are one. Wherever we live on this earth, we are one human family. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to extend a greeting to all the members of our family, whenever and wherever you may be listening around the world. To our family in China, Ni Hao. In India, Namaste. In Japan, Konnichiwa. In Korea, Annyeonghaseyo. In Russia, Здравствуйте. In Germany, Guten Tag. In Poland, Dzień dobry. In France, Bonjour. In Spain, Hola. In Italy, Ciao. In Egypt, Ahlan wa sahlan. In Ghana, Akwaba. In Nigeria, Peleo. In South Africa, Sawubona. In Senegal, Nangadef. In Kenya, Jambo. In Israel, Shalom. In Pakistan, Afghanistan, Palestine, and Saudi Arabia, Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, and may peace be upon you all. Join us live on the on-air radio network called 727-731-5192. We want to talk to you. Yes, we do want to talk to you, and we want to talk to you too. Can you put a little, maybe a little more light on your face? I know that people want to see you. Yes, you know, one of the things that has been really fascinating when it comes to getting into this business is understanding the difference in hair texture, skin, the composite of melanin, and all of the things that make people different. You know, so this is a chemical process. Even understanding how heat affects different textures of hair, how different chemicals affect textures of hair. And I remember early on when Black women were going to hair salons, and the beauticians who were white didn't know the difference in how things affected our hair and skin. And so what ended up happening is that sometimes we would experience hair loss or even adverse skin reactions because there is a difference. And it's a matter of understanding biologically how various things affect us. And that's something that I think when we're teaching things like biology and chemistry in school, it needs to be connected to something practical, something that is a daily use, so that our children see a connection and might even be interested in going into the chemical field. Now, you mentioned that, you know, when people give you products, you want to know what chemists developed this. You know, was this some stuff you mixed up in your kitchen, or, you know, how do you know that these things aren't harmful? So what constitutes a person to be, I guess, qualified to mix up chemicals that you would then feel like you could stand by and put on your shelves and say this is not going to cause an adverse reaction?
You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
Okay, well, like I say, as you can see from the show, it's self-evident that we have chemists, that we have cosmetologists, licensed cosmetologists, licensed chemists. So we run it through the gamut. We'll call them, we'll ask them to look over the product. If the individual is lacking the information that we need to reach our conclusion, we'll let them make the conclusion for us if we deem that this may be something good for the community.
And if the product owner needs a little help, we'll put them in contact with the people that can get their product up to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
We're just not going to shut them out and be like, oh, no, you can't come. We're going to help them. We're going to help them get where they need to be, because like I say, once they, interact with us, they become family, and that's how we treat them.
Well, that is fabulous. And I love the way you all with your system, you've got the way that you can enhance the exposure of people who are supplying your products. And I love the way you've built this network of suppliers and people who are conscious in terms of the ingredients that they put into the products, and then even the collective marketing that you do. Tell us a bit about how that network developed. Did you put out, I know, of course, your family developed connections over the years, but as you grew and continue to grow and enhance your various locations, how do you go about putting the word out that you're maybe looking for certain products or looking for certain kind of suppliers so that people can then send you their samples or make presentations? How did you go about?
Well, initially, we would have walk-ins. People would walk in, and these were the people that were serious about getting their products on the shelf. So when people do stuff like that, they've passed one part of our test. One part of our test is how serious are you? How much do you believe in your product? And the other part that comes after that, like I told you.
My sister Nidra, she's dynamic with that. She's in constant contact with different owners of these different companies. So she really does the footwork. You know what I'm saying? She's our powerhouse.
And I also want to say one thing too, just a little off the subject. That picture you have of the 9011 South Ashland store, I see that there's flags. No, that's the 8158. Yeah, that seemed like that was after the hurricane or something.
Right.
Because I see flags down the bitch. That store is a lot neater and it looks beautiful. I guess that was after a windy day or something. I don't know. What happened. But you gonna get us in trouble. She see that picture.
Let's see if we can find one that was before the hurricane.
Yeah, you gonna be mad at us.
Yes, well, that's another thing also is that we have to weather the storms. And I know, I think you've mentioned even how things had to be adjusted during after COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
how did you, and I thought about that also because
I got something better for you. A lot better.
Yes.
During the initial stages of the business, well, maybe some years into when they was doing business, I wouldn't say the initial stages, but the business was kind of taking a turn where people wasn't coming in the store like they should. People was, I don't know, maybe because
economy
or whatever. And so they had to consider closing.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? How old were you then?
I'm going to say maybe 16.
A 16-year-old
16.
put
16.
the business on her shoulders. Mm-hmm. I'll let her tell her story. Go ahead.
Wow.
Yeah, we were struggling like all the rest of the businesses back then. And, I think it was around Reaganomics time. And people just wasn't coming in. You know what I'm saying? They weren't shopping like they usually. And so, my dad was getting kind of discouraged, you know what I'm saying? And our family was taking a hit financially. And I don't know why. I just, I said, well, if they won't come in, then I'm going to take it to them. And
Smart.
I got the rolling suitcase before the rolling suitcase salesperson even thought about getting the rolling suitcase. And I filled it up with whatever we sold, and I took it directly to them. I took it to the beauty supply stores. I took it to the barber shops. I took it to the beauty shops. Hey, I'll even pull it up and ring your doorbell, and to say, hey, I got this product, I got that product. And I mean, financially, that pulled my parents through to make us be able to move on to continue on with business. That helped us financially tremendously.
Wow. True entrepreneur. You just make it happen.
And that's not it. You want more?
Yeah.
You want more? Okay. Tell them about the time the other store burned down.
Okay, we had a store on 87th and Cottage Grove, and the whole half a block burned down. I don't know if you remember where the People's Gas was. It was
I remember that.
And all of that. And my father, we just had a booming business, and we were stocked. We were stocked, and people was, they were shopping Black, and we were right next to a Korean. And I mean, we were holding our own, because a lot of people didn't like the way that they were being treated when they went into those stores, And so once they found that we were there, you know what I'm saying, they just came, and still supported us. So we were doing really good business. And then unfortunately, some homeless people were living in the back of the complex.
Oh.
And and it burned down. It started and burned down. And my parents and us, we were devastated. We were sitting outside on a fire hydrant along with all the other owners, bowling alley, the Korean, Cam and Nate's. Although you remember Cam and Nate's, right?
Yeah, I remember Cam and Nate's.
Although they were not a part of their unit didn't burn down, but they were all, we were all out there and amazed that whole block was burning down. And we didn't know how we were going to survive. We didn't know how we were going to rebuild, you know what I'm saying? And my mom was like, what can we do? And I have always just been, kind of that kind of savvy person. I was like, well, I have $5,000. And my mom was like, you do? And, and we took that and we started solo again. Solo again.
Yeah.
That's a lesson to be learned. Always be prepared. Have a stash somewhere, because things happen. And I remember that big fire, and it was devastating for that business district. So you do have to be prepared, insurance-wise, savings-wise.
Yes.
Be prepared for the unexpected. Now, of course, one major issue, you do have things like security. You mentioned like homeless people staying in the back, which things happen because some people are struggling. How do you go about securing your place? Do you have to hire security? You deal with, locks and automatic security systems, cameras, that sort of.
Yes, we have it all. We have it all.
And our son is a Chicago police officer.
And all of us are, and most of us are conceal and carry. So
And but first and foremost, we've been taught, we've been schooled in the thought of you want to do your best to avoid any confrontation, and that's, from the very beginning, during initial stages, so we run an upscale business. When people come in there with crazy ideas on their mind, because, they frustrated and don't know how to deal with their problems. So they come through your store with them, and they come in there and they, with their attitudes and whatever's going on with them, you got to be like a kung fu master. You got to be able to orchestrate that energy through your store and right out the door.
Yeah.
And they don't even know what hit them, without putting your hands on them.
Yeah. And that
they got nephews, they got cousins, and all them frustrated too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, anybody can go nuclear, but that should be the last option. You don't want to hurt your people. And if they come in there, they come in there for something. And if you can give them something tangible, that can affect them spiritually, mentally, and physically, oh, well, you're doing your job.
Because we've been very lucky in that aspect of, you know what I'm saying.
I wouldn't even call it luck. I have to respectfully disagree. I would call it fortunate.
Yeah, fortunate.
You made good decisions.
We're really good to our customers. You know what I'm saying? We're really nice.
That's the key.
And that kind of play, we're even nice to the ones that don't even really deserve to be nice to. But we do. We find a way around it. You know what I'm saying? We find a way around it.
Right.
And that's important. Customer service is everything. But we're going to take another quick break. And when we come back, you all are part of the Chatham Business Association, and they've been diligently organizing the promotion of the businesses in that area. So we'll talk about
for years. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And we'll talk about how critical it is for the business community to provide the economic support that keeps a community vibrant. So we'll be right back after this quick break. And we want you all to stick and stay. Don't stray away. We'll be back in just one moment. So stay with us. Okay, we are back, and you're listening to and watching the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. I'm Naima Latif, and we're excited to bring with you a powerful couple in the Chatham area, and they have two locations of stores where they are enhancing the beauty. Solo Beauty Supply is a long-standing institution started by one generation and carried on to the next, which is what a business should do. And so we're grateful that you are setting an example of how to keep a business going over time. So Dana and Terrence Mack, of course, they regularly promote their show on WVON along with all their suppliers and people who make up this industry. But more importantly is to enhance the financial stability of the community and circulate those dollars, because that's what keeps our communities healthy, and that's what keeps people from going to desperate measures like, trying to stick up people and snatch persons. So I know the Chatham Business Association has been working to make sure that they support the businesses by they're creating a directory, constantly updating it with updated photos and enhancements of your shop and all of those things, so that people know you're there and can choose to spend money where they live, because that's what keeps a community vibrant. Now they've got something called I think it was a Chatham Bucks or something.
Chatham Bucks. Yeah.
Chatham Bucks. So it's almost like having your own currency, which of course currency is just what people agree to use in exchange. But I think it makes a statement that we have the power to empower each other by circulating our products, our services, our dollars, whatever form it takes, so that everybody benefits.
Mhm.
And this is why what you do is so critical, because there are many other businesses connected
Oh, yeah.
to this industry. And now you, of course, Dana, you went about the process of delivering products during the shutdown of COVID. But as we see now, and we've almost got Amazon cornering the market on delivering groceries and everything else. But this is an opportunity for somebody's business to go about delivering products directly, customer service.
And think about that. Think about that. What you just said.
Mm-hmm.
She did that when she was a teenager, and this is before Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why we have to recognize what we do, recognize the importance of what we do, and have that self-confidence to move forward with our ideas. She did this when she was 16 years old.
Mm.
She saved the family business when she was 16 years old.
That's powerful.
She did what Amazon is doing now.
Mm-hmm.
So I bring this story up and make sure that people out there understand it, because it's a powerful story. It's a powerful story, and we pushing this, and eventually we'll get a movie or something made pertaining to Solo and other projects that we have in mind.
Yeah, because my father, he had so many obstacles when he opened up, you know what I'm saying? Because the people that look like us, you know, they wouldn't let us in the door, you know, and my mother and my father broke some of those doors down just to be able to get those products that I had to put in that suitcase just to go sell. Those products were not available to people that look like us. You know, they really had us locked out. My mother and my father were pioneers to break some of those doors down, so we could have those type of products. Yeah.
I know the story of Dudley Products and other beauty supply, you know, beauty products, where they really had to be pioneers.
Yeah, Luster Products, pioneers. Pioneers. That's a wonderful company.
I remember
Sheen,
Garner talking about how he was selling products out the trunk of his car.
That's right. Yeah.
So, it's just, you know, you talked about having a thriving community, being able to have an economic flow through our community. The Chatham Business Association, they are helping us in that aspect. And what I mean by that is they're making people conscious of the importance of that. So we embrace that effort, because we know that everybody is God's people. We all come from the same source. We understand that. But when it comes to economics and certain other humanitarian issues, people, they don't stand up for us like we are willing to stand up for them. But that's fine. That's fine. The more pressure we get on us, the more of a desire that we have to turn ourselves into what we are, diamonds. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, in every seemingly bad situation, there's always a seed for potential good. So I don't feel, or we don't feel as though, we in an impossible situation, you know, everybody against us and all that. Come what may, we just gonna stay focused and connect with like-minded people like yourself, like the people who listen to your show, because it's out there. People are out there wanting to connect. And so we're looking for vehicles, positive vehicles, to express our ideas, to connect with, to have that interaction where we can create something positive and enlightening to our people.
Yes. Yeah. I think that is essential that we think in terms of creating networks, unifying, working cooperatively. I can see just an army of delivery people on bicycles, even. You know, I mean, that's a good summer job or year-round job for some teenagers delivering products. You
Especially
know,
now they got electric bikes.
Yes, yeah. I mean, that's a whole industry waiting to happen. You know, just being able to get products to customers, being able to, and everybody sharing in the proceeds. Everybody sharing a little bit that goes a long way, because we're now increasing the customer base by making it possible for people to get products, and they might not be able to get out, or just the convenience of not having to always get up and go when you need something. More and more people are ordering online. And you know, to have a way that you can get your products delivered to you, and the people in your community can get paid for that, and people who are spending money in the community, and all the other businesses. So that's how money is supposed to circulate. And in healthy and economically healthy communities, that's what we see. We see all of the businesses connected in some kind of way, sharing that dollar, where that dollar circulates many, many times over, because everybody's getting a piece of it and everybody's participating in the health of the community. So I can see the vision, and I can see so many other ways that other businesses can grow from being part of your network of businesses. I mean, you look at all the different things, even the people who produce the images that are on the website. That's a photographer who has to make the product look good. That's the whole industry in itself. And the website designer who puts it out there and all of that. And, I was driving the other day, just going past, and I was thinking about, Seaway Bank, Independence Bank, and, those institutions, those financial institutions that were such a stable part of our community decades ago. We need financial institutions that are connected to the business community, to the residential community, so that everybody is benefiting and money is circulating within that community.
Yes, because right now things are they're not balanced, and that's psychologically damaging to our people. When I say our people, like I say, it's not coming from a racist perspective, because I believe that we all come from the same source. But when I say our people, I'm talking about brown people, Black people. There is discrimination when it comes to economics in our community. These business spaces are constantly being filled with our Arabs brothers and sisters, our Chinese brothers and sisters, Polish, or they just coming from all other communities and coming in our communities and filling up these business spaces.
But we can't start businesses in their community.
And so if we go to their community and open up something, more than likely it won't be patronized. They will not come and help us sustain a business and help us be profitable. And so everybody plays tough when it comes to keeping us in the position that we're in.
This is why what you're doing is so critical in setting an example. We must empower ourselves.
Yes.
We must be the ones that make the decisions about how we spend our money. We must be the chemists. We must be the photographers.
Yes.
We must be the website designers. We must be the bankers. We must be all of the things that enhance our community, because everybody is taking care of their own. And we are all one human family. But when psychologically we're not feeding ourselves, then that means there's something missing. And even when you talk about the organic products, and I'm thinking of plants that go into organic products.
Yes.
We need to be growing the plants
Yes.
that are processed
Yes.
for the product.
Yes. The same way the hemp market is growing hemp. Yeah, we need to grow our products that goes into that.
From start to finish.
Yes.
I love what Ibrahim Traore is doing, Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
I love what he's doing.
Burkina Faso, yeah.
That independent spirit. We don't want your aid. Get out. We got this. We're gonna do the manufacturing. We're gonna do the agriculture. We're gonna do every single phase of everything we need. And this is what we have to teach our children, so they're going to school with a purpose. They're going to school just like your family made sure you took over that family business. We have to prepare our children to work in their own industry. That's the missing key.
Yeah.
That's why our children have no interest in education, because they don't see a connection.
Because
with their learning.
Because you know what? This society have created images of Black people of being less than. That is criminal. That is disrespectful to the Almighty God. They constantly bombard our people's mind with negative images of ourselves. They promote this music that tears us down. They know that this music that they promote, it does not lend itself towards building up a positive example of what God has put inside of us. They know that. They know that. They choose these artists, what these artists put out there. They choose what they want to promote in our communities. Black people just didn't happen to be in these circumstances. These circumstances were shaped and molded for Black people. And then there are people out there that probably would be saying like, oh, well, people got to take responsibility for their own actions. How does a child, an unsuspecting mind of a child, defend itself against a mindset that older mindset that acts upon a child's mind and shaping and molded with negative ideas of itself? Constantly getting bombarded. And so that's why these our people think it's okay for all the business space or majority of business spaces in our community to be filled with people that don't look like us. I don't want my child going everywhere or my grandson going everywhere and throughout the community, and he has to ask people for this in the store, that in the store, but these are people that don't look like him. That's devastating to a child's mind. What, we can't do business? We don't know how to run legitimate businesses?
Well, that's a powerful point. We're going to take our last break, and when we come back, we'll talk about how do we program our children to think in terms of creating for themselves.
Yes.
So that they're already geared toward what kind of business can I start? How do I connect with others who have my best interest at heart? How do I expand to the global family in a way that I am empowered as opposed to begging and seeking others' benevolence? How do I come as a powerful player in this game and feel good about myself? So we'll be right back after this last break. We want you all to stick and stay. Don't stray away. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Barbara.
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Naima. We're three Black moms.
And in case you didn't notice the resemblance, we're also three sisters.
We're going to be coming to you every week, sharing our successes and our mistakes as we navigate our lives as moms, wives, sisters, daughters, and of course, Black women in today's world.
We'll talk about it all: race, politics, religion, economics, culture, and we'll take a look at everything from whether or not to use corporal punishment to how do you teach your children about sex.
Look for our upcoming book, Growing Up Charles. It's a personal story about our lives growing up in Maple Park on Chicago's South Side. I'm Barbara.
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Naima. We're three Black moms. Follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Three Black Moms.
And we are back. You are watching the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. I'm Naima Latif, and our wonderful guests today are owners of 2 locations of a fabulous beauty industry, and we're excited because they are able to teach some economic principles that work. And so the Solo Beauty Supply Company is empowering many who are connected to the industry. And we want our children to think in terms of keeping a business generation after generation after generation, the way so many families have built legacies over the years. How do we go about changing the focus of education so that our children are thinking in terms of what skill would I want to use as a means to support myself? What business can I develop with this skill? How can I support my family and community in creating a business surrounding my skills, my interests, my talents? How do we go about changing the focus to that as opposed to, well, let me get out of school and go to college and maybe somebody will hire me for a job? We got to change the dynamics of what we're teaching so that when they go to school, just like if your children go to school and take a chemistry course, they're taking it because they know they need to know the chemistry of products in your store. So it's connected to something. How do we do that with our children so we can change the focus of their education?
Okay, to get a good start, I believe that now I said a good start. A child should be born into the hands of someone that's conscious of these ideas that we're speaking about. But even then, if the child is not, the mother at some point should try, or the father should try, or both should try to educate themselves about potential that they have within themselves, about the importance of learning economics, business, and whatever else needs to be present in a thriving community.
And the power of their dollar, the power of their dollar, and the placement and the layering of where you spend your money and who your money should be spent with that will benefit you. Children need to learn, their parents need to teach the power of the dollar.
Yeah. And so if you are a young man or young woman and you find yourself in a position that you don't desire to continue to be in, then my advice is to find you a teacher. Find someone that can teach you what you need to know. That's the reason why we out here sharing what little we know, so we can connect with other masters. What should I say? Connect with masters that can teach us what we need to know. And people have been teaching us. Yeah. These chemists and stuff like this, these are masters. These people have been doing this stuff for 25, 30, 40, 50 years. Yeah. So we come in to sit at the seat or at the feet of masters, and we letting ourselves be taught. We humble. Absolutely. We humble. We take the good wherever we find it.
Yes.
You know, and so we know that we have the power to give birth to our imaginations. You understand what I'm saying? So if we got the power to give birth to our imaginations, then why not? Why not use this creative force to demonstrate what God has put within us. Why not? Why not?
Absolutely.
People
Absolutely.
allow themselves to be frightened into smallness. I'm not. I think bold. I'm not. I'm not. I walk forward. I fall forward. I'm not gonna. Yeah. I'm not gonna be. Yeah. I'm not gonna be frightened. We can't. We can't. And so that's why I got my partner. We like the dynamic duo. We gonna we gonna.
Well, I think that's the critical thing too, husband and wife partnership, because that's really, I think, what keeps families together. And when you have a vision, you have a collective vision, and you're working together as a partnership, that's something that binds you. And your children then see a greater purpose for developing a partnership. You got a vision, you got a goal, you
Yes.
create something together.
Yes. Because every if you look at other ethnic groups, they value partnerships, they value marriage, but the stuff that is being promoted in our community is devaluing that.
Yes,
that's
on purpose.
On purpose. And that's why we must seize the power to define ourselves. We must seize the power to create the images of ourselves. We must redirect that energy of our young people and give them a different vision. That's what this show is all about, is changing the image of what our world is going to look like. And we can make it happen. And of course, people like you are demonstrating what that looks like. So we need more of that. We need more couples that are creating businesses to pass on to their children and their children's children and all of that, and empowering our community and connecting to other communities worldwide, so that when we create this network, we're not doing it as beggars with hat in hand saying, please help us. We're saying, this is what we can contribute to the global.
Yeah. At the end of each show, I have a statement that this solo family we believe in. We say hair care is an extension of self-care, which starts in the mind. So how you see yourself, because you have the power to see yourself in whatever light you desire. The problem is that because we wasn't taught about this power that we have misused the highest power that we have, and we have to go within ourselves and commune with our spirit. That's what's going to give us that motivation to turn away from the naysayers, the negativity, and enhance our awareness to those concepts that we've been bombarded with that's not true of ourselves. Because if they can trick you to believe some nonsense about yourself, then they got you. You've let somebody actually put a curse on you. You got to know who you are.
You have to know who you are. That's so powerful. You have to know who you are, and nobody else can then distort your self-image.
Yeah.
So, and you're in the business of giving us the physical beauty so that we can feel good about ourselves. And once we know we look good, we also have to feel good, because we have to define who we are.
Yeah. So what we do is, in the beauty care industry, like you say, that deals with your physical appearance. But solo is a little unique in the process, because what we do is we tell you that your nature is threefold: you spiritual, you mental, and you physical. And that you should nurture yourself on all three levels. We bring people on our show that talks about spirituality. We about also reinforcing your mind and the beauty aspect. So, and we talk about economics. So we try to cover the things that will help you move in harmony with life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we got to go, but we thank you so much. And thank you, Zelda Robinson, our Monday morning mindfulness host, who says, thank you for vision of Solo Beauty Supply. You are the example for the next generation. Congratulations.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And to your audience, thank you guys
Thank
for
you for
listening,
having us.
watching the
Yes.
show.
We thank you all. And you can tune on in to WVON. Love my WVON family.
Yeah.
Right.
Every Tuesday evening at
Yeah.
9 p.m.
9 p.m.
You can
9 to
listen
12,
to
yeah.
9 to 12 and stay on up and listen and call in and comment and learn about all of the wonderful things they're doing with Solo Beauty Supply and all of their various extensions and suppliers, because this is what empowers our community.
Yeah.
The power of the dollar and circulating it so that everybody benefits. Thank you so much for being that example. We appreciate you. And I'm
Thank
going
you.
to come on back down to Solo Beauty Supply. You got 2 locations, 8158 South Cottage Grove and 9011 South Ashland. Both of them in my neighborhood. I can get on down there and
Okay.
find myself.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, and John Alexander, faithful photographer, says, love them. Yes.
Okay.
John.
I see you. I see him.
Well, we appreciate you so much, and we'll see you again soon.
And John, I'm gonna connect with you too. I ain't forgot about you.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Okay.
thank you all so much for joining us today.
Thank
on
you.
the Female
Thank you.
Solution.
Bye.
And you all, come on back, join us tonight.
Absolutely. Anytime,
yes.
just let us know. We are here. We're up and we're here.
Absolutely. When we're here 7 days a week, twice a day on Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. We got a great team of hosts, so you're welcome to listen in and join in.
Okay.
And okay, he's going to reconnect. All right,
Okay.
he's going to be there.
Okay.
And enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you all at some level.
Thank you.
See you later.
We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, dhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, ngiyabonga. Senegal, jareh. Kenya, asante. Israel, toda. Pakistan, shukriya. Afghanistan, tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.